Hello, hello. Hold on. All right, everybody. Hold on. I think we're good here. I think we're good. Let's get in. Let's start watching the speech. Biden Harris are having a rally. Can you guys hear it?
By the way, remember all the talk, Biden got elected, and he's going to do a planned economy. We're going to collapse, and there's going to be all this caving in. Interest rates are going to go through the ceiling. Come on, man. I'm here to tell you, it's about increasing the strength of your unions, which is all about. If you care about hardworking people, just give them a fair shot. Everyone in America deserves a fair shot. A fair shot. If you care about the dignity of work, and I mean it matters, the dignity of work, the way you're treated, the decency. I remember when my great-grandfather was only the second Catholic elected statewide to the state Senate here in Pennsylvania. And I remember they talked about when they're running against him in 1906, they said, guess what? They said, he's a Molly Maguire. You know what a Molly Maguire was? Well, those of you who don't, a Molly Maguire, back in the old days, when we Irish and the Catholics came, and then the Poles and others that were Catholic, when they came to the United States of America in the beginning of the 1840s, and late 1840s, they made their way down into Pennsylvania, a lot of them, and there's a tier in the coal mines. Those guys who got there last ended up being the last people in the coal mines. But a lot of the English owned the coal mines. And what they did was they'd really beat the hell out of the mostly Catholic population that was in the mines. Not a joke, not a joke. But there was a group that called the Molly Maguires. And the Molly Maguires, if they find out the foreman who was taking advantage of an individual, and they'd literally kill him. Not a joke. And they'd bring his body up and put him on the doorstep of his family. Kind of crude. But I got to admit, they accused my great-grandfather of being a Molly, he wasn't. But we were so damn disappointed. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. Look, it's about the dignity of work. It's about how you're treated.
This guy's got jokes.
And when I met with the IBW, when I started off this last campaign first, I said, there's two things I'm asking of me. And I said, two things I'm asking of you. One, you've got to open up your unions to more women. Not a joke. And two, to more minorities. You've done both that. And guess what? Instead of having support of 30% of the American leaders, now we're 65% of the American leaders support the American union movement. It really is all about the dignity of work. Then if you care about the dignity of work, there's only one person you have a rational choice with this time. And that's Kamala Harris. Let me tell you about this woman. I know her. I trust her. Not a joke.
Yeah.
I trust her.
Hell yeah. Number
two, the first decision I made, the nominee in 2020, was selecting her as my vice president. And by the way, it was the single best decision I made as president of the United States of America.
Hell yeah, man.
I was watching something sent to me when they asked Barack. They said, Barack picked me as vice president because he knew I could be president. Well, I know she'll be a good president. I know it.
Oh, man.
I've watched it when all the experts, foreign and domestic policy, would give us advice. Then we'd sit alone in a room, and she has a backbone like a ramrod.
Oh, they're
She has
so
the
great.
moral compass of a saint. This woman knows what she's doing. Folks,
Man.
I promise you, if you elect Kamala Harris as president, it'll be the best decision you will have ever made. And Kamala believes as I do. The unions are the spine of this economy. She'll be a historic pro-union president. So, folks, we got one more job to do together. Let me ask you, are you ready to fight? Are you ready to win? Are you ready to elect Kamala Harris our next president of the United States of America?
Oh, man, are you kidding me? Oh.
And in the process, are you ready to make Donald Trump a loser again? I've never been more optimistic about America. We have to remember who we are. We're the United States of America. There's nothing, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, there's nothing beyond our capacity. Nothing. When we do it together. And that means elect my friend, our great Vice President, President of the United States, Kamala Harris.
Woo! Oh, my God, are you kidding me? Let me mute that for a second. It's so great to see them together. Let's hear from them. Oh man, look, they're so awesome, man. They're so awesome. It's so great to see them together. Okay, it's muted for you guys, right? It's muted for you right now. All right, well, Kamala's gonna speak right now, but they're so great, man. They're so great together.
Thank you, Joe! It is good to be in the House of Labor. And it is good to be back at IBEW Local 5. And can we please give it up again for our President, Joe Biden?
Hell yeah, man. Thank you,
I
Joe.
don't have to tell the brothers and sisters of labor that you really get to know somebody when you're in the middle of a fight. When times are hard, when the forces are mighty, when people don't believe something can get done and they have 1,000 excuses for why it can't get done. And I have spent more time with this extraordinary human being when the cameras were not in the room, when the stakes were high, when the heat was intense. And Joe Biden has always stood with the workers of America and labor unions of America. Always. Always. I've been with him when he'll bring folks into the Oval Office. And you know how Joe can get sometimes. He doesn't spare words. It's good that sometimes the cameras are not in the room when he has those conversations. Because the thing about the Joe Biden I know, and I know you know, because he has been a friend of labor for so long, for his whole life. Joe Biden can be quite impatient. And that's a good thing for that kind of leader. Quite impatient. And I say to all of the friends here, the press that's in the room, history will show what we here know. Joe Biden has been one of the most transformative presidents in the United States that we have ever witnessed. And it comes from his heart. And you know, Joe and I talk a lot about the fact that we are so proud to be the most pro-union administration in America's history. And it is thanks to your leadership. And as we know, Joe's still got a lot of work to do, so let's also understand that. So I want to thank all the incredible leaders who are here today, including the Governor Shapiro, Lieutenant Governor Davis, Senator Casey, who we will re-elect this November.
Damn right.
Mayor Gainey, President Schuller, President Cooper, all the leaders of labor who are here, all the union members who are here. So I'll just get right to a few points. I love Labor Day. I love celebrating Labor Day. And Pittsburgh, of course, is a cradle of the American labor movement. It is the birthplace of the AFL, headquarters of the Steelworkers, home to Firefighters Local 1, and of course the historic IBEW Local 5.
Man.
For more than 150 years, the brothers and sisters of labor have helped lead the fight for fair pay, better benefits, and safe working conditions. And every person in our nation has benefited from that work. You know, everywhere I go, I tell people, you may not be a union member, but you better thank unions for that 5-day work week.
Damn right. Damn right.
Thank unions for sick leave. Thank unions for paid family leave. Thank unions for your vacation time.
Damn right.
Because
Damn right.
when union wages go up, everybody's wages go up. When union workplaces are safer, all workplaces are safer. When unions are strong,
Thank you, Connie, for becoming a member. Appreciate you.
America is strong.
Shout out Connie for becoming a member. I appreciate you.
And we are clear. Not only has Pittsburgh shaped the history of America's labor movement, today you are also shaping its future. In 2021, with my dear friend, the Secretary Marty Walsh, who the President appointed to be Secretary of Labor, he and I hosted a meeting right here in this local, and it was part of the White House Labor Task Force that I lead. That day we met with a group of computer programmers who were working to form a union. 1 month later, they signed their contract and became one of the first technology unions in our nation. Standing on the shoulder of all those who have been here and fought the good fight. So Pittsburgh, I remind us of that to say together, we are fighting to build an economy that works for all working people. And that has always been the vision of the labor movement. And that is the vision of our campaign. You know, in this election, there are two very different visions for our nation.
Damn right.
One, ours, focused on the future. The other, focused on the past.
I'm not going back.
We fight for
Not
the
going
future.
back.
We fight for a future of dignity, respect, and opportunity for all people. We fight knowing it's some backward thinking for those folks who have been suggesting for years that the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down. You know, that's the stuff they're pushing. That the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down, when we know the true measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you lift up. Who you lift up. Do you fight for workers? Do you fight for families? Do you fight for those who must be seen and heard and deserve the dignity that comes with hard work? That's what we fight for. And when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for. So we're 64 days out from this election.
Wow. 2 months, ladies and gents.
Ballots in Pennsylvania will start dropping in 14 days.
Oh my God.
14 days. And
14
this
days.
election is, as much as anything else, a fight for the promise of America.
That's right.
For the promise of America. We love our country. We love our country. And we know it is one of the highest forms of patriotism to fight for the ideals of our country. And that's what this election is about. And about the promise of America. And I don't need to tell unions what the promise looks like. It's what you do every day.
Damn right. We love workers. We love unions here in the Democratic Party.
But as we fight to move forward, Donald Trump is trying to pull us backward.
Oh, yeah.
Including back to a time before workers had the freedom to organize.
He's going to jail.
Well, the courts will handle that, and we will handle November. How about that?
I love that response. I love
We'll
that
handle
response.
November. Let the courts handle that other thing. But we're not going back.
Let's get some not going backs in the chat. Let's get some not going backs.
Not going back. And one of the ways we're going to guarantee we don't go back is that we remember. Right? It is important to remember what that was and what it is. Remember, as president, Donald Trump blocked overtime benefits for millions of workers. He opposed efforts to raise the minimum wage. As the president said, he appointed union busters to the National Labor Relations Board. And don't forget, he supported so-called right-to-work laws. And if Donald Trump were to be reelected, he intends to give
Love the
more
chat right
tax
now.
cuts to billionaires and big corporations. He intends to cut Social Security and Medicare.
Oh.
He wants to impose what, in effect, would be a national sales tax. I call it the Trump national sales tax. On everyday products and basic necessities that would cost a typical American family, the economists have said this, almost $4,000 a year.
Boo.
He intends to repeal the Affordable Care Act.
Boo.
And take us back to what we remember, because it wasn't that long ago, was a time when insurance companies could deny people with pre-existing conditions. You remember what that was? Children with asthma, breast cancer survivors, grandparents with diabetes. Well, look, America has tried those failed policies before, and we are not going back. We are not going back.
Get some not going backs in the chat again. I need it. I need the whole chat full of it.
And instead,
The whole
we
chat full of not
fight
going back.
for a future where no person has to go broke just because they get sick. And so, building on the work of President Joe Biden and I and the work we have done in the White House, we will continue to strengthen the Affordable Care Act and make prescription drugs affordable for all Americans. We fight for a future where every worker has the freedom to organize, and we will pass the PRO Act and end union busting once and for all, and Bob Casey will help us do that.
The Senate's very important, ladies and gents. Gotta vote for our senators. Down ballot races.
We see and know and fight for a future where every person has the opportunity not just to get by, but to get ahead. And so we will continue to build what I call an opportunity economy.
Opportunity economy.
So that every American has an opportunity to buy a home or start a business or build intergenerational wealth and have a future that matches their dreams and ambitions and aspirations. Because, of course, that's the nature of who we are as Americans. We
what it's all about.
have dreams. We can see what is possible unburdened by what has been. We have aspirations. We have ambitions. And the system that is a good system is one that supports that and allows people the opportunity to go where they can see and imagine themselves to be. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about an opportunity economy. We fight for a future where every senior can retire with dignity. And so we will continue to defend Social Security and Medicare and pensions. And pensions.
Help out American
and
workers. Let's go.
pensions.
Help out American workers.
And we will continue to strengthen America's manufacturing sector. And on that point, the president mentioned it. U.S. Steel is an historic American company, and it is vital for our nation to maintain strong American steel companies, and I couldn't agree more with President Biden. U.S. Steel should remain American-owned and American-operated.
Let's go, VP.
And I
Let's
will
go, VP.
always have the back of America's steel workers.
Let's go, VP.
And all of America's workers.
Let's go, VP.
So, friends, 64 days until the most election of our lives, and probably one of the most important in the life of our nation.
That's
Truly.
right. That's right.
And we know this is going to be a tight race to the very end.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a tight race to the very end. So let's not pay too much attention to those polls. Because as unions and labor knows best, we know what it's like to be the underdog. And we are the underdog in this race. And we have some hard work then ahead of us. But here's the beauty of us in this room. We like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work.
Oh, she's so amazing.
And so in this fight, I will continue to count on the strength, the determination, and the hard work of the leaders in this room to knock on doors, to get folks to the polls, and bluntly put, because the people in here do it, to help us win Pennsylvania.
That's right. Pennsylvania is crucial.
So today I ask, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it?
Yes, we are.
And when we fight, we win. God bless you. God bless America.
Oh. Look at this. Look at that. And now they cut the audio because I guess it's because of copyrighted music. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's amazing. They are so awesome, man. Shout out. I mean, what an amazing speech. What an amazing speech that was. God, I think I saw some people in the chat saying this. You are 100% right. She is going to wipe the floor with Donald Trump at this debate. September 10th, everybody, mark your calendar. September 10th, everybody, mark your calendar. Kamala Harris is going to wipe the floor with Donald Trump. It's not even going to be close. Like, she is a gifted speaker, a really gifted speaker. And she knows how to speak in front of a crowd. And she knows how to rile up a crowd and get her message across. I mean, I said this in a video. I actually posted a video today about Tim Walz' speech in Milwaukee because I want to, cover and amplify the positive, not just the negative of Donald Trump. But they ooze charisma. Both Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, this ticket just oozes charisma. Like, they are so awesome, so energetic, and the energy in these venues all the time when they speak is just fantastic. You saw a little bit of it at the end there, where they started applauding, and you could like feel it through the screen. I like to describe it as that. You kind of feel it through the screen. So this was the second speech I believe Kamala Harris gave today. She gave one in Pittsburgh. Right now, you just saw it. And then another earlier today, and Governor Tim Walz was in Milwaukee today. So that's what Kamala Harris is doing. That's what the Harris-Walz ticket is doing. Let's just take a look at what Donald Trump is doing here. Let's just take a look at Donald Trump's Truth Social page. This is what he's been up to all day. He posted this thing saying Happy Labor Day, when we all know that Donald Trump dislikes American workers. He hates American workers. And then he posted this. I don't have a Truth Social account. I'm not signing up for this garbage. But you kind of see this first half of his statement. Happy Labor Day to all of our American workers who represent the shining example of hard work and ingenuity. Under Comrade Kamala Harris, all Americans are suffering during this holiday weekend. High gas prices, transportation, grocery prices, yada, yada. We can't keep living under this failed leadership. And as we all know, obviously, neither Kamala Harris nor President Biden are responsible for high prices. There was, a major pandemic, a global pandemic that Donald Trump botched. His response was terrible. So for him, he kind of set us up for failure with a terrible response. But this is what he's doing today. He's sitting on Truth Social. He's golfing at Mar-a-Lago today. Look, in my first term, we achieved major success. Sure you did. Look at this. I find this so funny. In my first term, we achieved major success to protect American workers by negotiating free and fair trade deals, passing the USMCA, and giving businesses and their workers the tool to thrive. We also invested heavily in education and yada, yada, yada. It's all nonsense. But look at this. Look at this. I can't spell. Can't spell. Doesn't matter. It'll come up anyway. Yeah. The offshoring of U.S. jobs increased on Trump's watch. Look, if you dive into the data as we did for this story on how a company founded by Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross has been closing factories in the U.S. and shifting production overseas, even as this guy served in Trump's cabinet, you find some interesting tidbits. Between Trump's inauguration day and the end of June this year, the Labor Department certified 1,996 petitions related to companies shifting work overseas. Those petitions covered 184,888 jobs in fields ranging from manufacturing to back office functions for financial service companies and more. In other words, offshoring didn't stop in the Trump administration. For the equivalent period of President Barack Obama's second term, the Labor Department certified fewer petitions covering fewer jobs. 1,811 petitions affecting 172,336 jobs, which in theory means that 12,552 more jobs left the United States in the first 3.5 years of the Trump presidency than did in the equivalent period of the presidential term immediately before. So for Donald Trump to say, to protect American workers, no, you didn't. He increased offshoring. And then, of course, all of this is nonsense. But the main point here is that Kamala Harris is out there speaking to voters, speaking to labor unions on this Labor Day, and actually like being a candidate for the United States, running a campaign. That's what she's doing. And Donald Trump is sitting on Truth Social golfing. Maybe he takes a swing and then he tells his advisor to come over here and give me my phone so I can rant on Truth Social. That's what Donald Trump is doing. That's what Donald Trump is doing today. That's the comparison. That, we have Kamala Harris out there working for us, working for the American people. And Donald Trump's just sitting there on Truth Social. I don't think anybody wants this for another 4 years, another social media president. I don't think anybody wants a social media president. We had that the first time. You guys remember the feeling of waking up every morning and being like, oh my God, what did he tweet now? What did he tweet overnight? Who did he attack? What conflict have we gotten ourselves into because of Donald Trump? I mean, we don't want a social media president. We don't want a social media president. Hell no, says Grace. I like that. Texans and Georgians checks your voter registrations. Let's make this a blue wave. Damn right. If you're in Texas or Georgia, make sure you're registered to vote and get out there to vote. You have an important Senate race in Texas, and of course, very important presidential races, obviously, in both of these states. Not another 4 years of chaos. I agree, Scott. So what an amazing speech by VP Kamala Harris. Hearing him bark over the damn White House helicopter every morning. God, spooky. Isn't it just terrible? Isn't it just terrible? A terrible thought. But what an amazing speech from Kamala Harris and Joe Biden in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania today. They're back together, campaigning. Joe Biden hitting the campaign trail. You love to see it. You love to see it. And of course, Kamala Harris honoring Joe Biden with her speech and what she had to say about him. Really, really, I mean, that's just heartwarming. I think somebody in the chat earlier, way earlier, was talking about how it brought a tear to their eye. Understandably so, because they're both just so fantastic. And, you know, seeing them together is always great. So, yeah. Yeah. Remarkable. Remarkable stuff. So listen, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, Tammy Baldwin as well, AC, very important race. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I posted a YouTube video earlier today. You should go check out. It was coverage of Tim Walz's speech in Milwaukee. So if you like this speech, go check out what our amazing VP nominee for president had to say, Governor Tim Walz. He had a great rally, great speech. So check that out. Posted a video there. And subscribe to the channel, as I said, if you haven't already. Become a member if you want to. There's a little $sign at the bottom right. If you want to become a member or super chat or things like that, look at Spooky, a member right there. Harry Assistant, thank you for watching this with us. Chat made my Labor Day for sure. I'm happy to be here, man. I saw that they were having a speech together, and I was like, man, we should go watch this together. And I'm glad we did. And this is kind of like, I probably should have said this earlier, but isn't it nice when you watch a campaign speech from a presidential candidate like, hold on. When you watch a campaign speech from a presidential candidate like Kamala Harris, yo, Sherry, thank you for the $10. How are you going to have a live for the debate? We will see, hopefully. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it on YouTube. I should be able to, right? Maybe somebody in the chat will have more knowledge on this than I. But isn't it nice to watch a presidential candidate speak, and it's not like incoherent nonsense, it's not incoherent garbage, it's like you understand what they're saying, number one, and number two, their speech is not 2 hours long. Like when Donald Trump has rallies, he'll go off script, make utter nonsense. None of it is comprehensible, and he'll speak for like 2 hours. Stacy, thank you for the $2.99 in super chat as well. I appreciate you. Thanks, guys. Shout out Sherry and Stacy and everybody that's becoming members. I appreciate it. But it's nice. It's nice listening to a presidential candidate, and they don't sound like, a kindergartner who's still figuring out, how to speak, right? And Dana, thank you for the $4.99 in super chat. Golly, you guys are going crazy. I appreciate that. Look at Delta in the chat. No sharks mentioned. Come on, Harris. Yeah. I'm really upset that in this speech, Kamala Harris didn't give her opinion on whether she would like to jump in the water with sharks or stay on a sinking boat with a battery. I'm so upset that she didn't give us her opinion on this very crucial piece of information that, Donald Trump talks about it all the time. I'm so upset that she didn't do that. I'm so upset she didn't tell us more about her policy on that. What is she going to do about sinking boats with batteries and whether we should jump in the water with sharks? I cannot believe that people are voting for Donald Trump, man. Trump is demented, says V. I agree. Oh, and look at JC as well, but Harris and Biden didn't talk about Hannibal. Yeah, come on, Kamala. Donnie, thank you for the $3. I appreciate you with the super chat. Thank you, Donnie. Show Donnie some love. Everybody some love. Yeah, seriously, Kamala, what's your opinion on Hannibal Lecter? Has Hannibal Lecter endorsed Kamala Harris? Well, I think that's something we should be looking into. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. The usual lines of the Trump rallies are always so weird. They're always so weird. Kamala's a class act. I agree, AC. Birds Live Matter. Ban windmills. Yeah, right. It's something that Donald Trump always talks about, those windmills. He hates windmills. Is there going to be a golf debate on September 10th? Harris might legit beat him. Not that it matters for office. Yeah, I think that you pretty good odds that Donald Trump brings up golfing at the debate. Yo, Kimmy, thank you for the $1.99. Thanks for covering. Found you this year. Thank you, Kimmy, for being here. I appreciate you, and thanks for sticking around and watching and following and subscribing, all that good stuff. And now super chatting. My God. Yeah, I think there's a non-zero chance, probably a pretty decent chance that Donald Trump brings up golf again at the upcoming presidential debate on September 10th. Bro, we broke up. Look at Carrie. Bro, we broke up with you for a reason. We're not going back. Damn right. Damn right. That's exactly right. You know, I read, actually, this is interesting. Rules presidential debate Sep 10. This is interesting. I know I said I'd end the stream, but I actually want to talk about this with you guys super quickly. Oh, yo, Alan, thank you for the $10 saying love the content, Harry. Yo, Alan, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Wow. Show some love for Alan. And Celtic Warrior, thank you for the $4 as well. Show some love for Celtic. And Paris with the $4.99. We just got a bunch of super chats. I appreciate you all. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Alan, Celtic, and Paris. I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching and supporting the live stream. It means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you. Show some love to all of those folks right there if you'd be so kind for me. Shout out to them. So listen, this is what I'm talking about. That this Politico article, I think did it come out today? No, it came out a week ago. With just 15 days left until it's scheduled. This was obviously earlier, so it's about 8 days, less than 8 days now. Negotiations between their two campaigns have hit an impasse over whether the candidates' microphones will be muted when it is not their turn to speak. In June, President Joe Biden's campaign came to an agreement with Trump's. There would be 2 debates, CNN on June 27th and ABC on September 10th, conducted by mutually negotiated rules. One of the Biden team's demands, which the Trump team agreed to, was that microphones will be muted throughout the debate except for the candidate whose turn it is to speak. But Biden is no longer running for president, and Harris's campaign wants the microphones to be hot at all times during the ABC debate, as has historically been the case at presidential debates. So this is actually an interesting thing that's going on right now with the presidential debate. I think that they still have not agreed on this. Is there, by any chance, a more recent article? I think I saw like an ABC reporter talk about this. Maybe it was, I think it was on Kamala Harris. She responded to it. Wait, let me make sure. Okay, good. You guys can. Oh, wait, I'm missing people. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I was reading. I apologize. Hold on. David, thank you for the 1999. Great speech. My God, shout out David. Thank you, my man. And CB, thank you for the 1999. 2 super chats back to back. Show some love for David and CB. Super chatting in the chat, man. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. And eBlue, thank you for the $4.99, saying great job on all of your videos, Harry. Thank you, eBlue, for being here. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. God, shout out to eBlue, shout out to CB, and shout out to David. Again, show them some love for me if you'd be so kind. And we also just got Gingerbread, $2 on a super chat. Thank you, Gingerbread. I appreciate you being here as well. I think you guys are going crazy right now. You guys are amazing. I appreciate that. Let's see if we can find this. I made a video on this the other day. Oh, here it is. Okay, yeah. So this is what I'm talking. So here are the debates. So the rules so far: debate will be held in Philly. Event space will be available for staff and candidate walkthroughs on Monday. No audience. VIP hold rooms for immediate family. 2 seated moderators. 90 minutes. No opening statements. Coin flip to be held virtually 1 week out. So actually tomorrow to determine podium placement. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a call. I apologize. Can you guys still hear me? Just want to make. Sorry, can you guys still hear me? Sorry, I got a phone call. Hopefully you guys can. No, I think you can. I think you can. Sorry, this is the first time I've gotten a phone call during a live, so I just want to make sure. Okay, great. So we can continue. No opening statements. Coin flip to be held virtually. Candidates will be introduced by the moderators. Things like this. Where do we end here? Candidates enter upon introduction. Incumbent party will be introduced first. Candidates will stand behind podiums. No props or pre-written notes. No topics or questions will be shared in advance. Candidates will be given a pen, a pad of paper, and a bottle of water. 2-minute answers to questions and 2-minute rebuttals. Lights will indicate time left with numeric countdown. Candidate microphones will be live only for the candidates whose turn it is to speak. So that's the thing. And here are the debate rules that ABC sent to the Trump campaign on Tuesday. And I believe in the following tweet, this reporter said Trump campaign has accepted these rules Per Tuesday's email to ABC reviewed by the Post, Kamala Harris's campaign has not yet accepted these rules as they seek to unmute microphones for the entire debate. Debate is in less than 2 weeks. Now, and then Kamala Harris responded saying, Donald Trump is surrendering to his advisors who won't allow him to debate with a live microphone. If his own team doesn't have confidence in him, the American people definitely can. We are running for president of the United States. Let's debate in a transparent way with the microphones on the whole time. Yes. So, and the reason I bring this up is I actually initially, when Joe Biden was debating Kamala Harris, I'm not, okay, cool. I'm not missing anybody. I just want to make sure I'm not. Yo, Linda, thank you for the $4.99. Digging the live. Yo, P. Durham, thank you for the $19.99 as well. Golly, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here. The $19.99 from P. Durham. Can you show him some love, please? Show them, I should say. Show them some love. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Yeah, and Linda as well with the $4.99, of course. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for being here. God, you guys are amazing. You guys are showing so much love here. So much love this evening. So, and Alan, thank you for the $5 in super chat. Shout out Alan. Shout out Alan. Show some love for Alan as well. And N, thank you for the $4.99. You guys are going crazy on super chats right now. Golly. Golly, you guys are going insane. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are amazing. So thank you, but I appreciate that, N. Shout out everybody. So initially, when Biden was debating Trump, I publicly, very publicly, I was like, yeah, I think that the microphone should be muted. I actually agreed with the Biden campaign's argument there that the debate, that the microphone should be muted because I think that allows for a better conversation, or at the time I did. But then after seeing the debate and seeing how Donald Trump got fact-checked literally 0 times, at least by moderators, and it was very hard for Biden to fact-check him because he only has like 2 minutes to speak, then no, absolutely not. We should have the microphones on. Kamala Harris should be able to fact-check Donald Trump live. That's what it should be. Kim H, thank you for the $20 super chat. Oh, man. Wow. Thank you, Kim. Show some love for Kim as well. $20 super chat. Are you kidding me? God, you guys are going insane. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Shout out Kim. Shout out Kim. $20 super chat. Wow. Wow. We love it. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you. Means a lot. It really means a lot. But yeah, I think that I think we should have the microphones on. I think my opinion has evolved on this. Maybe in like a different presidential election when we don't have Donald Trump as the Republican nominee, maybe we return to muted microphones. I don't know. But for now, I think Kamala Harris needs to be there to call out Donald Trump, and I hope that she frazzles him. Kind of, I think that's part of the Harris campaign plan when it comes to the debate, like kind of getting under his skin. I think I actually just saw an article on this. I made a video on this. Debate prep. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the article I saw. Let's bring this up for you guys. Oh my God, Mr. Bill. Oh my God, Mr. Bill, thank you for the $50 super chat. Wow. Yo, can we show some love to Mr. Bill? First of all, I know Mr. Bill. Like the character, the profile picture you have, I know Mr. Bill. I used to like laugh at Mr. Bill when I was a kid or younger. So that is such a blast from the past. Thank you, Mr. Bill, for the $50. Show some love to Mr. Bill, please. Show some love to Mr. Bill. $50. That's amazing. And Meg, thank you for the $9.99. It's your first super on a live stream. Show some love for Mr. Bill and Meg. God, people are showing up. People are showing up this evening. I appreciate that. Shout out to both of you. Shout out to both of you. Wow, $50 for Mr. Bill, $10 for Meg, back to back. You guys are amazing. But here's the article. Oh, it all went away. Here's the article I wanted to show you. Keep calm and get under his skin. How Harris is preparing for her first Trump debate. Vice President Harris has been diligently preparing for the debate stage for months, first by gearing up to face the Republican VP nominee, and now over the past several weeks to debate Donald Trump. The prep sessions have been sandwiched between campaign stops, official duties as vice president, and preparation for her first joint interview with her running mate, Tim Walz. Now, of course, this article was released the other day, so the interview with CNN already happened and things like that. But among Harris's chief aims, the sources said, are to avoid being pulled into Trump's personal attacks by remaining calm and focused on talking about how her presidency would help everyday people. Harris also aims to show her campaign has characterized as Trump's lies, failures, and broken promises during his time in office, and to distinguish the administration she intends to lead from that of President Joe Biden while building on his legacy. As of Thursday night, however, there's no agreement on the rules and things like that. But here's the important part that I'm referencing. Getting under Trump's skin. A source told NBC News that while Harris's team is preparing to talk about a variety of topics, the campaign very much views the optics of the debate as critically important. To that end, the source said, Harris and her team are focusing on honing in on how to needle Trump to rattle him. I like that. In that sense, the source said it's going to be less about substance and more about showcasing Harris as a woman who isn't scared and isn't going to cower and who is standing up to Trump and holding him accountable. Her campaign also hopes to remind people of what it was like during Donald Trump's years, the source says. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm missing people. Hold on. Sorry, I'm reading. I'm reading. Hold on. And oh my God, Alan, thank you for the $50. Alan, oh my God, show some love for Alan as well. Good to be with you again today. Thanks for bringing the holiday mojo. Oh, I think as VP Harris was saying, 64-ish days until the election. I don't know the exact number, but 64-ish days until the election. There's no foot off the gas every day. No matter if it's a holiday or not, we're here, we're showing up. And if there's news to talk about, we'll be here talking about it. So thank you, Alan, for the $50. I appreciate you. Show some love to Alan. And Benil, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you for the $5. Shout out to the 21st Century Suffragettes channel. Oh, I love that. Yeah, hell yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you. Show some love, of course. That's amazing. Thank you so much. And Live Angel, thank you for the $9.99 in super chat as well. You guys are going insane with the support tonight. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you being here. Thank you to Alan, to Benil, and of course, to Live Angel as well. Thank you. It means a lot. But anyway, her campaign also hopes to remind people of what it was like during Donald Trump's years. The strategy includes Harris's possibly bringing up issues like Trump's failing to get Mexico to pay for the border wall, his response to the COVID pandemic, his failure to come up with an alternative healthcare plan after he tried to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, and his inability to pass the kind of sweeping infrastructure bill that Biden signed into law. Harris can also be expected to hammer Trump on the critical role he played in pushing Republicans to back out of the bipartisan border bill. Yes, thank you. That would address many of the issues he uses to attack Democrats. Another source said that Harris' team plans to emphasize what it views as Trump's advanced age and lack of details on policy proposals. If you listen to the first debate without Joe Biden in it, that was the second worst debate performance in the history of presidential debates. I don't like this sentence. I just disagree. It just got overshadowed because Joe Biden's was that terrible. I disagree with that, as I've made clear. But, Michael, thank you for the $10 as well. Michael, thank you. W Michael, W everybody. W Allen, W Liv, W Meg. And of course, Mr. Bill and everybody that's showing up this evening. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Show some love for Michael. Yeah, I mean, look, that's what I think. I think in a sense, Trump's debate performance. Oh yeah, also make sure to like the stream. I keep forgetting to say that. Make sure to drop a like on the stream somewhere down there, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We do these lives, we post videos, all that good stuff. Yeah, I think that's a good point about the debate. Not like I kind of disagree with the substance of the sentence, but that, Biden's performance overshadowed Trump's performance. Now everybody wants to focus on Biden's performance, but if you listen to Donald Trump's debate and what he said during that debate, it was awful. I mean, it was terrible. It was really, really bad. He is not a good debater. There is this misconception on the right. The Republicans say that Donald Trump is one of the best debaters in the history of American politics, that he just easily dissects his opponents. And that's obviously not true. Like, genuinely, go listen to Donald Trump in the first debate with Biden. He had no idea where he was, no idea what he was saying, no idea what he's doing. And that's why the Trump campaign is doing literally everything they can, or trying to do everything they can, to hinder this debate. They even suggested backing out of the ABC debate. They wanted it to be on Fox News with like softball questions and things like that. That's why Donald Trump is so scared and so terrified of having a debate with Kamala Harris, because it's going to go exactly like that. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible, and he's going to lose, and it won't be close. He's not a good speaker by himself, much less debate. Exactly, Tainted Life. Exactly. That's why I think he's terrified. I really don't think that Donald Trump does not want to debate. Let's be clear about that. He does not want to get on that debate stage. Caitlin Collins from CNN, an amazing reporter, recently talked about that. I think she was on the Bill Maher show, and she's like, yeah, my sources are telling me that Donald Trump is not excited about this debate. He'll never say that, of course, publicly, but we know it's true. So anyway, hey, I know this live actually went longer than I was trying to wrap it up earlier, but I got into it with you guys. I wanted to stick around. I wanted to chat a little bit more. But I'll wrap up the live there, and we'll keep it at a minimum, I suppose. So thank you for watching the Kamala Harris Joe Biden speech with me. As I said, it's always great to see them back together. They're such an amazing team, and we'll hopefully do more stuff like this. If there's a major speech or major event, we'll watch it live together and talk about it, analyze all that good stuff after the fact, and we'll go from there. So thank you guys for being here. As I mentioned, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and follow on all the other social media platforms. I'm on Twitter, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, and of course, I am here. So make sure to subscribe. All right, ladies, gents, boys, and girls, everybody in between, it's been real. It's been great. We'll talk soon. Yeah? Sounds good to me. I hope it sounds good to you as well. All right, we'll call it there. Oh, man. Oh, wait, hold on. Doc Schultz, thank you for the $9.99. I appreciate you. I want to make sure I got you in there. I don't want to miss you. And wait, and River Girl, thank you for the $7.99 as well. All right, now I'll wrap it up. Shout out to River Girl. Shout out to Doc Schultz. Show them some love. We love you. Thank you, guys. We'll be back. All right. Mwah.